Not only people wants to reduce weight, there are equal number of people who wants to become Salman Khan. So that should not also be forgotten.
No, but that is fine as well. I mean, I'm sure, because someone who's involved in this process, having a good body is fine, but doing it the right way, doing it in a way which will last you longer, which will make you healthy, and not just make you look better is the point here.
You see, the point is like, the shortcuts, everyone is going ahead with the shortcuts. If you just go towards your schooling size, everyone crosses to that, the preparatory schools in a first and second, and heads towards the 10th class. When you're entering inside a gym, fitness center, you're not even knowing the A of that thing, and you are heading towards something to, take a degree of some doctorate. In the first week only, a lady enters inside the gym and asks me for the first stage, kitna time lagega mere ko weight reduction mein? That's actually the wrong part of that thing. So that has to be taken into consideration, that when you are starting with any exercises or something, the initial part is just go for education system of that thing. Why are you doing it? What is going to help you? Maybe just go Google and search of whatever you are going to take it.
So when I say obesity is a disease, I'm very clear about it. Obesity are of two types. One will be a fat obesity, one will be a carbohydrate obesity. The one which is prevalent in India, associated with pot belly obesity, is a carbohydrate obesity. You are sensitive to refined carbohydrates. And in both obesities, treatment are different. Therefore, you have to get certain blood tests done. You need to consult a doctor. Make your average that how much weight I need to reduce. Then you can go to a weight expert. But if you are going to ignore a medical doctor, you may end up into problems.
And that's the thing, that this is a very complex issue. It's not only about losing weight and hitting the treadmill. Perhaps you have to identify what is going wrong, the kind of foods that you can eat or cannot eat, consult a doctor, and take the right way forward. But speaking specifically about this youngster in the UK from Hyderabad, 18-year-old, ripped muscles already, boasting how he's got these muscles going, which is fine. Again, we say. But this is not someone who's fat, this is not someone who's obese, but the pressures which seem so heavy on these youngsters, which you might also interact with, well, to get that bodybuilding muscle, to get the Bollywood looks, if you will, and and get it quicker as well. That is the problem. But how do you identify it? I mean, from 10 years ago, now you've got so many more gyms, you've got so many more, small fitness centers which have opened in XYZ area. And people have access to these. People want to do it, want to spend their money, and they have access to do it. But are they getting the right training? Are they getting the right direction? Is the point.
That's the point. Like if the number of gyms are increasing, the number of the bad trainers are also increasing the same rate. The good trainers are very less in the country, and number of increment in the gyms will bring down the rate of the per person. The trainer taking care of the clients, and if the ratio is going increasing, they have to just listen, because they're helpless with the things. They can't do anything. They go inside the gyms and they have to listen to the trainer who what else he's saying. Rather than what I suggest is, when you go inside the gym, just don't blindly enter and just start following a trainer what he's saying. Just go Google, search for the education system, what actually is to be done. Then go ahead, maybe search for a good trainer, talk to a doctor, talk for anything and get education system, then only further see towards things, not just straight away jump towards whatever you want to.
So when we talk about sports, there are very clear-cut guidelines. One is that whether you are entering into a competitive sport or a non-competitive sport. If you're going for a non-competitive sports, there are very simple, they're not stringent guidelines. You can go for a routine checkup. But when you are going for a competitive sports, you need proper cardiac evaluation to prevent sudden death. And joining a gym, from my point of view, is a competitive sport. Because you are entering into building up your muscles, which you want to carry on for a longer period of time. In this situation, it is always better get your cardiac test evaluated. So there is a condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and if you have that condition, and if you end up into an exercise which is unusual exercise, you can drop dead. So therefore, it is very important to have a cardiac evaluation. So if you are entering into a gym, you are entering into a competitive sport, there is no harm in getting your doctor and taking a certificate and giving it to people like who are fitness experts that I am fit to join that.